Hey, y'all, buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride. Imagine you're on a flight, minding your own business, when a rich guy in a fancy suit decides to ruin a little girl's day and her mom's whole world in the worst way possible. This is the kind of story that makes your blood boil, but also reminds you there are still folks out there who'll stand up when it counts. So, let me tell you about Maya Carter, her daughter Lila, and a Navy vet named Ethan Cole who changed everything. It all started in the first-class cabin of a flight out of Charlotte, North Carolina, headed to Seattle. Maya, a rock star trauma surgeon, was taking her 7-year-old daughter Lila to a big medical conference, her chance to pitch a new technique that could save kids' lives. Lila's this bright, bubbly kid, clutching her stuffed bear, Teddy, asking her mom if they'll fly high enough to see the stars. Maya's juggling her phone, fielding hospital emergencies, but she's all smiles, soaking in this rare moment with her girl. They get upgraded to first class, a little treat for Maya's frequent flyer miles, and Lila's practically bouncing, whispering about the fancy cookies her friends swore they'd get. Across the aisle in seat 2A sits Ethan Cole, a retired Navy SEAL, all muscle and quiet focus, reading a book but always scanning the room. Mold habits from 20 years in combat zones. Then enters Richard Langston, this silver-haired hotshot in a suit that probably costs more than my car. He's got that vibe, the kind of guy who thinks he owns the plane. He glances at his boarding pass, glares at Maya and Lila, and mutters, "You're in my seat," even though his ticket says 2D, clear as day. Maya, calm as ever, shows her pass 2B and 2C, right where they belong. Richard doesn't apologize, just slides into his seat, already hitting the call button like he's summoning a servant. The flight attendant, Sarah, shows up, and Richard's all, "I need a new seat. This arrangement won't do," not even trying to hide his sneer at Maya and Lila. Sarah's polite, but firm. Flight's full, no swaps. Richard huffs, sets up his laptop like it's a fortress, and mutters just loud enough, "First class isn't what it used to be letting anyone in now." Maya hears it. Her shoulders stiffen, but she stays focused on Lila, helping her with her seatbelt, whispering, "Just ignore him. Baby, some folks are just grumpy." Ethan's watching, his jaw tight, picking up on the same red flags he saw in Warlords overseas, guys who think they're above everyone else. Things go south fast when turbulence hits. Lila's apple juice flies off the tray, splashing Richard's precious suit and laptop. He explodes, leaping up despite the seatbelt sign, yelling, "You little brat." Maya's quick, grabbing napkins, saying, "It was an accident, sir, let me help." Richard snaps, "Don't touch me. This is a $6,000 suit dough, you even know what that means." His voice drips with that ugly tone, the one that says he's not just mad about the suit. Lila's eyes are huge, scared, whispering, "I'm sorry, Mommy." Richard sneers, "Maybe if you taught her manners, this wouldn't happen." Not that I'd expect that from some people. The whole cabin goes quiet, passengers burying their noses in magazines, pretending they don't hear the venom in his words. Then it happens. Lila, trying to make peace, pulls out Teddy and offers it to Richard, saying, "Maybe Teddy can make you feel better, helps me when I'm sad." For a second, Richard's stunned, like he can't process a kid being this kind. Then his face twists, and he slaps her hand away hard. Teddy goes flying, and Lila falls back, crying out, blood trickling from her nose. Maya's scream cuts through the silence. "You hit my baby." Richard just smirks, adjusting his cufflinks, like he's proud of it, saying, "She invaded my space. I have a right to defend myself." Against a 7-year-old? The nerve of this guy. Nobody moves except Ethan. He's up in a heartbeat, crossing the aisle in 3 seconds flat, locking Richard in a restraint hold so smooth, it's like choreography. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Richard gasps, but Ethan's voice is ice cold. "You just assaulted a kid in front of 20 witnesses. Sit down and shut up till the cops get here." The cabin's buzzing now, phone's out, recording. Sarah's calling the captain, and Maya's cradling Lila, her hands shaking as she presses a napkin to her daughter's nose, whispering, "It's okay. Baby, you did nothing wrong." The plane diverts to Denver, police lights flashing as we land. Richard's still acting like he's the victim, name-dropping his big-shot connections, saying, "I play golf with your airline CEO." But Ethan's not fazed. holding him steady till the cops board. The lead officer looks at Lila's bloody nose, then at Richard, who's spinning some nonsense about self-defense against a hysterical child. Passengers finally speak upon lady in row 3 says, "I saw him hit her twice, second time with a fist." Another guy holds up his phone. "Got it on video." Richard's face sours, but he's still cocky, thinking his money'll get him out. Sure enough, he's bailed out in under an hour. Guys got pull. But Maya's not backing down. She's getting threats now, calls saying her job at the hospital's on the line, even hints about her family's safety. Ethan's team, a crew of XSLS, steps in, digging up dirt on Richard's company, Crestwood Financial. Turns out, this isn't his first rodeo. 3 other assaults, all buried with hush money and NDAs. Ethan's buddy Devin, a cyber wizard, finds emails proving Crestwood's been strong-arming airlines to cover up Richard's messes. Meanwhile, a video of Lila's bloodied face goes viral, justice for Lila trending like wildfire. In court, it's a showdown. Richard's fancy lawyers try painting him as the victim, but he can't keep his cool. When the prosecutor plays the video and reads witness statements, he snaps, lunging at Maya, yelling, "You'll never work again." Ethan's there in a flash, stepping between them, calm but ready, saying, "Stand down, man, you're done." The judge has had enough, slaps Richard with contempt, revokes his bail, and sends the case to trial. The courtroom buzzes, reporters scrambling to break the story. 6 months later, Richard's convicted assault, intimidation, the works. His empire crumbles, Crestwood cuts him loose, and airlines start rewriting their policies. Maya launches the Lila Carter Foundation, helping kids heal from trauma like her daughters. Lila's doing better, drawing pictures that show her growing stronger, even speaking at schools about standing up to bullies. Ethan? He's found a new mission, sticking around to help Maya's foundation, maybe even finding something deeper with her and Lila. Picture this. Lila, now 8, boarding a plane again, a little nervous but breathing deep, remembering Ethan's power-breathing trick. She looks out the window, asking, "Mommy, will we see the stars?" Maya smiles. "Higher than that, baby, will touch the sky." Ethan's there, too, watching them, knowing this fight wasn't just about one day, but about making sure no kid like Lila ever feels unsafe again. So what would you do? See a guy like Richard hurt a kid and stay quiet? Or step up like Ethan? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about what justice really looks like. If this story hit you, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories about folks standing up when it counts. One moment of courage can change everything. Let's keep that fire going.